I do have my Hull KR stuff behind. Actually, that's my Hull KR ball right there. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining me. We are ready for what should be a really decent game. There's a lot of hype about it, obviously. It is Good Friday, so lots of people have the day off work, and I am very, very excited for what should be a quality game. But welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. We should have a bit of a mix of people in here today. Mate, Eagles cocked it up slightly, didn't they? Yeah, looking at Rugby League, NRL, the Dogs won easy. Oh my God, what's happened with Storm? What the hell's happening with Melbourne Storm? Jesus. Oh my God, I've literally just seen the score at the moment. Oh my God. Storm are losing 22-16. There is only... Oh my God, there is 25 minutes left, but wow. That is a capitulation of Storm going on right there. Wow. God. Can't believe that. But welcome to the stream, everyone. Let me know where you are, where you're from. Ready for the Hull derby. Seriously, what's going on with Storm? It's insane. Yeah, and the Eagles. I watched the last quarter, and wow, they almost. I think it possibly says more about the lack of ability of Essendon, to be fair. Considering the game starts very soon. Oh, they're not at the stadium, are they? They're at a different stadium. So we've got obviously a few games on today. There's Hull versus Hull KR. There's Warriors versus Saints. So Wigan versus Saints. That'll be a decent game. And Leeds versus Giants. And obviously I'm covering the Hull derby as a KR supporter. It should be really, really decent. That's the main thing. Should be really decent game. But yeah, I assume they are... Don't know which stadium they're at. Not sure where they are, but that obviously explains why there's no fans. $24.16 now. Go. If the Eagles win 3 quarters against you, you'd better check. Exactly. Yeah, if Eagles do that, that's poor from Eston. They got the result, but... Well, that's insane. Just look at the top of the table here. It is crazy. Hull KR at the top with Hull FC 1 point below. Now, I'm not necessarily sure it will stay like that because obviously KR lost to Wigan. We've been doing so well. And then went and got destroyed by Wigan, which was a bit annoying. They seem to be the bogey team at the moment. But it's going well. Look at that. The stadium looks very busy over at KR. No, sorry, at Hull FC. 21,000 tickets sold. Nothing like the Hull derby. I want to go to the Hull derby. Oh, I'd like to go to the Hull derby when it's at KR. I am bloody excited for this. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. We will get the sound on a little bit louder very shortly. Just waiting for there to be definitely no adverts because YouTube will hit me. Oh, yeah, Rovers fans will be loud. Well, I don't know. I think both fans will be pretty loud. But probably KR because they're away from home. And therefore the away fans, same in football, the away fans are normally the loudest, aren't they? But this is the game. I'll tell you what, I'm looking forward to Southampton versus Portsmouth next year at least. Because we'll have the South Coast derby again, which we haven't had for years. Close, but a KR win. That's what I want to know. Who is going to win? Right, let's get a poll going, shall we? Who will win? Okay, poll has started. Who is going to win? KR or Hull? Oh, you think it's going to be 32-12? Hey, I would take a 32-12. A 32-12 would have lots and lots of goals. So fingers crossed. Hey, we say that, the critter gamer. If you watch, I'm not a Man United fan, but I watched the extra time of the Man United game yesterday, and that was crazy. That was crazy. There were a lot of goals. Yeah, Man United 2-0 up, and then went 2-2. Then gave a penalty away, and then I was just mad. Hi, Riley. Hello, mate. So I don't know if, because I haven't done Super League for a while. Watch Super League as in on a live watch along. I don't know if the graphics down below are going to change or not. So I will be waiting to see. If they don't, then I will have to change the. Have to change it. So where are people from? The I assume we got Aussies. We've still got the Dolphins versus Melbourne Storm going on in the NRL, and Dolphins are winning 24-16. They're now 8 points ahead, which is a decent lead to have with 21 minutes left to go. Considering Storm were miles ahead, they have completely fallen apart. Just completely fallen apart. Absolutely shocking. I don't think they're going to pull it back. So, Critter Gamers from South Australia. It's still okay time over there, isn't it? What time is it at the moment in Adelaide? Look. The time in Adelaide is 9 o'clock coming up. Okay, good. You got loads of time to watch the whole game. Awesome. It's not too late. Sydney is half 9, and Brisbane 9:30, Melbourne 9:30. Perth is only 7:30. That's ridiculous. Piece of my heart now, baby. Make sure, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. You have to subscribe to make sure you join in on the conversation and the chat. So make sure you do that. Hit that like button. Tell YouTube that you enjoy the vlog. The live watch along. Okay, I've got to win this. Surely, KR. 6 votes in, 67%. Well, two-thirds are going for. Two-thirds are going for KR. Oh, this is the build-up. The old dramatic footage. The dramatic montage. Where the blood makes civil hands weaker, I think it said. Unclean. A city divided. Look at that. There is a few spaces left on the top there. "24 wins each." So who is going to get the 25th? That is the question. Right, let's get the sound on. The sound is on.
To the fore in that performance was new signing at fullback Will Price, with Briscoe and Martin playing their parts. Davy Litton back to brace at the Halliwell Jones and continues in the centres alongside Jordan Rapina. Cust and Caesar look increasingly comfortable as the first choice half-back partnership, while the tries continue to come from the most unlikely of sources. The Herminator has now
The Herminator. Herman SCSC
would see him break the summer era record for a prop forward. Well, no second rows available, no problem for FC, as the two centres press ganged into the pack have been excellent. John Asiata has brought to hold the brilliance that saw him so beloved at Lee. On the bench are Yusuf Aiden, Jack Ashworth, Sam Essay, and Deneve Baumforth, who missed the last 6. He's in for Logan Moy. Well, Willie Peters and the Robins tasted it.
Come on, Robins.
This season as they went down to the
Do I put my hat on? That's the question.
Maybe a derby is the perfect
I do have my hat here.
side.
Tom Davis, Arthur Mongurugu.
Outstanding against the Warriors in the centres. Having lived from the field in the Challenge Cup win over the old enemy, man of steel Mikey Lewis returns to partner the effervescent Tyrone May in the halves. That of course frees up.
There you go. The hat's on. Let's whack it on, shall we?
Expected to keep KR's number 9 out.
Get a bit of hat hair.
James Batchelor is back in the only other change to KR 17, which means Kalepi Tanganoa will come off the
I
bench.
don't know how I look in hats, but we're going with it.
Will provide the muscle. The versatile Jack Broadbent will provide cover to the outside backs. 21,000 waiting in the MKM Stadium.
21,000, a decent crowd, to be fair. It's not quite at max. Come on, Robins. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. The teams are almost ready to come out. Hello, Rugby League History. Hello, mate. Nice to have you along.
They are in defence. They're a well-balanced side. But I've got the Robins to win this one, Brian.
Robins have got to win. We got to win.
Not even there. Let's get over to two lucky men who are standing by. Are John Wells and Mark Wilson.
It's going to be. I'm just so excited because it's going to be such a good atmosphere.
The 248th whole derby, possibly the biggest league battle for many years, for the first time in the Super League era.
Oh God! Watch out for the noise, the songs. Not sure what the cheerleaders are doing. So fans of different teams don't mix like soccer, really. So what I would say is this rugby league less so, but you can. It's not quite. It's because it's the whole derby, but you can get some fans mixed up. But it is because it's the whole derby falling. Hello, mate. I remember watching Middlesbrough versus Southampton last year, and the Southampton fans were singing lots of songs about Portsmouth. It was like Portsmouth was living rent-free. Mate, it's the case. It is true, rugby league. We haven't had, like, the South Coast Derby is one of the best derbies around, right? We just don't get to play it very often. And yes, a lot of songs about Portsmouth and how disgusting they are and how they're all inbreds. Yeah, look, here you will. They are separated, I think, but that's because it's such a strong derby. But are we ready? 37 people in already. Welcome to the stream. Game on. Game on. I'm not really a cricket fan, Riley, so no, I'm going to say don't really do cricket. Maybe a bit of T20. I'd say Atletico Bilbao would be favourites to win the UEFA Cup this year. That was a crazy Man United game, though, last night. Man United were dead and buried. Dead and buried. And they pulled their way back in somehow in extra time, last minutes of the game. Look, I think Hull are certainly outdoing themselves this season. It's crazy how well they are doing, but I don't think Hull can sustain it for the full season, unlike KR, who've now got a little bit more experience, obviously losing to Wigan, and if we get to the final again, I will definitely be going. I cannot Harley's. I can't make it any bigger because I'll risk copyright. And even this is pushing it. So if the stream goes down, you know why. But I don't think, although Hull are doing really, really well, I don't think they're going to be able to sustain it. They may push for the top 8, but I think they should be in the top 8. But yeah, what an incredible change for them over the last couple of years. Still 3 more. 3 more for Kingston Rovers. Drive. Last one. We are right on the try line. I don't know what they're doing. Are they going for a kick? They're playing it. Oh, he slipped. He slipped. Almost, but he just slipped. Wow. Just slipped up. That's unlucky. Lewis almost. That was a lovely... Oh, he just went... Decent chance of getting that. Do I think AFL players could play rugby? I think this is a completely different game. Even rugby union players will say that league is just insane. Even union players couldn't cope with league. It is full on. Welcome to the stream, guys. If you haven't already, please do hit that like button. I hope everyone is enjoying their Good Friday. It's a week later this year.
Operating in the back row for John Cartwright's side with Jed Cartwright not available at the moment. Jordan Lane missing as well.
Yeah, AFL players would just, like I said, fitness, okay. Speed, probably okay. But they would have to put on a lot of mass, wouldn't they? And I know rugby league, especially Super League, it really is still a sport for all, right? It really is a sport for all. So, there's plenty of smaller players that play in the Super League, like Rob Burrows, for example. But I think really nowadays players are getting a lot bigger. They're getting a lot stronger. Yeah, possibly a knock on there. How's tips in the AFL so far? Not very good. Falling, not very good. They're not doing great in the NRL either. That's got to be a knock on.
Robin's trying to clear the lines. These are tough carries. This is roll your sleeves up time.
Indeed.
I just realised I got my laptop here with my KR sticker on as well. It's certainly a decent pace so far. Decent pace with plenty of meaty challenges, which you would expect. I don't think either team are going to go easy. They're not. I don't think they either are going to be defensive or cautious. I think both teams are really going to go for this.
the Robins this, because I tell you what, they are dynamite in the opening parts of the game. Look at this, opening 20 minutes of the game, a third of all tries scored in the opening quarter, 20% in the opening 10 minutes.
That is an awful statistic. Like, who cares? They're saying they're more explosive in the first 20 minutes. Okay, yeah, but come on. It's not a ridiculous amount, is it? Pushing down the wing. Some really, really good territory game there. Really good territory. Coming on to just over 20 metres out.
These are the games he'll be enjoying now more than ever as
Oh, yeah, forward. Just completely slipped out of the hand. I do not have a second AFL team. I have one team.
Rode the first tackle, and it's Asiata's that gets in the way of that. They've come to play of the Robins. They're starting fast, as is their one, as is become their...
I think both teams are starting fast. Commentators saying KR, but I think both are trying. They both have got a lot of explosivity at the moment.
Just getting some treatment in back play at the moment for Hull.
Oh, God, it's gone bad to worse for Storm. Jesus, there are some crazy results. Storm losing 36-16 now. Wow.
He's not going to stand for messing about the ruck area. The fans have come to watch a fast, open game. Willie Peters turned a bit frustrated after his side give away a penalty.
Yeah, and again, looking up for both sides. You know, I think Hull have shown, haven't they, to everybody, and surprised many in the process, just how competent they are.
Not the greatest of kicks. Could have definitely been a better kick there.
I'll tell you what, when Hull FC get in the right areas of the field, they are deadly. They do not take long at all to make you pay. So these sorts of penalties midfield can end up having big consequences.
Yeah, they can indeed. Ball on halfway. Here's SES, he gets it away. Quick hands, looking at a bit of a juggle, but held onto it and then almost broke through.
We're not giving them space, though. We're not giving them space, so it's not too bad.
And Hiku lets him know about it as well, and the Robins rejoice as a turnover early in the tackle count.
Very good turnover.
Really good battles in the three quarters. Davy Litton and Hiku, and then Oliver Gildart and Rapinoe you saw come together in the last set. You know, all four of them really, really accomplished athletes, and John Cartwright puts his to get over emotional markers either way. Really
I just love that's such a classic, isn't it? It's such a classic tune. Why is I might have to change. Might have to change the little graphic below. Super League Live scores. Good push, good push.
That's a good response. Good response to a mistake.
Works its way to that left edge.
Go on. Whoa! Go on, keep going, keep going, keep going. Yes! Come on! What a start. Maybe that stat was right. We score most within the first 20 minutes. What a goal. Try. Ignore me. All over the place. I'm trying to multitask. Get in there. Bang. Fantastic. The speed, the burst, teamwork, making sure. Look at this, both wings running together. Look at that, perfectly timed running up together. Wow.
But the damage was done the play before. This is the try scoring play.
Look at the teamwork there. Like, it's just so aware, so aware.
I tell you what, that took some finishing from Gildart, took every bit of the pace that he had to evade Briscoe. And the Robins do score inside that first 10-minute mark, that danger mark, a really potent attack.
I just
Robins, and they've done it again.
Need to change the... Let's get it to BBC, shall we?
Got 5 tries in the previous games. That's 8 in 8 in all competitions for Gildart now. But they've gone down that side a couple of times, but clearly Lewis spotted it was Knight, I think, in front of him and thought, we're in here.
Yeah, I think Knight had to adjust. in the tackle. I think there was a back
Okay,
row
going for the
to
conversion.
the previous tackle, spotted by Lewis and exploited with real precision.
This is a tough start for Arthur Moore. It's his third appearance.
So he's out wide. It's got to be a decent kick to make it here.
The fans all around him will tell us if this is any good. If they go quiet, you know it's on its way.
You can't see. The post completely got blinded by the white-grey sky. So it was wide, very, very difficult. Really could have done with coming inside a little bit more when scoring the try, but was under a little bit of pressure before he scored that try. That's a shame. Is the league a winter or heads into summer? It is a summer. It's a summer sport. So 4-0. I don't know why. Why is the BBC not updating?
This afternoon, Wigan and St Helens succumb.
Might have to try a different one.
Well, first of all, the whole derby is lit out a dummy half. Knight's all over him. Wrestles him to the ground.
Let's try this one instead.
There goes Hiku. Always happy to do the hard carries, isn't he, Petter Hiku? Always happy to roll his sleeves up and get involved.
Yeah, he gets through a mountain of work, and sometimes it's not pretty, is it? But tell you what, they're making meters far too easy. If you're a black and whites fan, you're concerned here. They're rolling them down the field. Yeah, Leon mentioned earlier on about the need to win the middle of the field. High kick, a really high one, holds up in the wind. It might even go backwards. Caught by Davis, gets it away to Hiku, but he's not going to find the pass.
Stand by. I'm just trying to get.
25 out. In fact, he's just over the sideline. The referee pulled held anyway. Oh, we'll get it back, but they are on a roll, the Robins. And I just thought maybe on that penultimate play there, John, they had numbers again. This time on the right-hand side, but they opted to take the lead run. Yeah, they did. Yeah. But look, you know, they're showing your hand and showing your hand. I think, you know, they've become a really creative attacking side of Hull KR, and they don't necessarily stick to the same pattern every time they're in possession. That makes them so difficult to defend against.
The KR fans are, let's just say, quite happy, to say the least. They are quite happy. Oh, it's very annoying.
Possession in favour of the visitors at the moment, 60-40 so far. Sure, leaving itself out over the 80 minutes. As SASA bumps off May. He's then wrapped up. They know where the danger is, Hull Kingston Rovers, and it's that big number 8, the Herminator.
Let's try Sky Sports. That's what we're going with, Sky Sports. See if that works.
Downfield, it's going to float on the wing. Morg's going to get there. Caught it in the field of play, so he's going to have to run it back up towards the 20. Can't quite make it there. The wind is quite strong here, isn't it?
Yeah, it's at the back of Hull FC. I tell you what's a really good catch was that. Running backwards at pace over your shoulder. That's a really accomplished take from Arthur Morg.
It is. Burgess wrapped up on the 20.
There we go. We're going with Sky Sports.
And a big shot goes in there from the black and whites. There's Hiku, bit of footwork, takes it past one over the 40.
There we go. All sorted.
He's slammed into the turf here. Ball now with Lewis. He will kick low across field, looking to kick in behind Martin.
To be fair, I don't think it would have made any difference. Harley's with how wide it was. It wasn't easy. Look at this manhandling. I think KR are certainly showing their dominance, aren't they? They're showing their dominance. They're showing their ability. They're showing why they're top of the table.
Tackles in defence. Robins are on it here. They're in top gear already.
Oh, that's a beautiful.
Oh, my God. He's waiting. He's waiting. He's waiting. He's fending him off. He's not going to make it. But wow. Wow. Just a bit slow. Bit slow to keep up. I think KR got let off a little bit there. We definitely got let off, but they're trying to get down the wing. 2 tackles left. We definitely got let off there with a little bit of slow support for them. 6 again. 6 again offside. Bugger. Wow.
Tell you what, player of the match.
Incredible charge up the field. Look at this, finding the hole. Brilliant dummy from the man. Just was waiting a bit, having to wait too long for the support, which just broke up the momentum.
Here come the black and whites. Looking to open their account. Asiata gets it to Caesar. Caesar finds
They're sitting outside of our try line. Pressure is on.
Big opportunity for Hull. SA
Sit him down. Sit SA down.
6 in 6 for him. Takes some stopping from that kind of range.
2 left.
The Robins
3 left.
him out. Ball now works to Asiata, finds Caesar. Caesar gets it away.
Doing well of trying to spread play. They are doing, FC are doing well trying to spread the play here. Trying to get it wide and just create space.
Slow play of the ball won't help John Cartwright's side. They'll swing it into centre field with Asiata. He straightens up, then he bounces one off, gets it away on this near side to Chamberlain.
1 left. 1 left. What are they going to do with the last?
Last one here. Here's Price, rolls the
Kicks. Oh, mate, he just wiped him out. He's just wiped him out. It wasn't intentional, but he's just wiped him out. And here we go. The crowd are going insane. The Robin mascot is doesn't know if he should get involved here. Separating now, but wow, that would hurt. That's why I couldn't play League. That's all I'm saying. That is why I would not do well in League. I couldn't deal with it. Too dangerous for me.
Has been given the green light by the physio. He's back to his feet. That's a really courageous defensive play by the fullback. I'll tell you what, how well
The problem was, Crit Gamer, it wasn't even much of a brawl.
they are brilliant at it.
At the end of the day,
Having a look here. Wow. I'll tell you what, it's
get him
quite
off.
close and he hasn't missed, has he?
No, he hasn't. At first glance, I thought
Just
Artur Morg was
stick him in the book. Oh, that was his... He's going in with his shoulder. He wasn't going for the ball.
to hear from this.
That's got to be penalised.
To hear from this.
Oh, man.
And the more times that gets shown,
That's
the more I think
disgusting.
Gus has got a serious question to answer. So early in this derby. But that's a strong contact and it is high.
Strong contact to say that. What a tackle. You're insane. You're insane. That is disgusting. Oh, they are showing the replay on the screens.
It is because
You can tell by the crowd's noise. That has got to be
minimum here.
punished.
He's looking at this one.
Get him off. And I love how any of the players are like, oh yeah, it wasn't that bad.
Let's hear from the referee.
That is disgusting. He hasn't gone for the ball. He's charged in them with his shoulder, intentionally gone in.
You don't moderate for contact. It's high level force and you've no mitigation, mate.
Red. Off. Get off. Definitely. Definitely. See you later. That was just... See, this is the problem. His own team. His own team is tapping him on the head. That was disgusting. He's going off for a HIA. Look at that's disgusting. That was disgusting. There's no mitigating. Cade Cust, the Aussie, get off. He's only got himself to blame. He's only got himself to blame. That was disgusting. The gaffer is now pissed off, to say the least. There's no mitigation. He's gone high. He knew he hadn't, he knew he wasn't going to get the ball, and he had gone in with his shoulder. Absolutely vile. Vile. It looks worse and worse. Every time you look at it, it's worse and worse.
Yeah, look, well, I take your point, but it is the responsibility of the tackler, Cade Custin, on this occasion. He owes a duty.
He says, where is he supposed to go? What are you talking about, commentator? Where are you supposed to go? Not purposely going in with his... You can see his shoulder moving forward towards his face. What do you mean, where is he supposed to go? That was vile.
I understand the red card, I would have also understood it if he would have got a yellow card.
Yeah, I think. A
How
yellow
can you
card
understand?
would've-
Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh, what
Absolutely vile.
He's popped a little bubble, hasn't it? Because that clearly makes a huge difference now in the concept
And
of
once
this game.
again,
Well, it does.
yeah,
It might not be the end for, let's see.
mate,
You
It
talk,
is the end for Kate Cuslow.
yeah, you talk about reaction time. There is none, is there? There's none. He's
A
a
s-
victim of the rule framework.
that is, yeah, Skulls, it's a red all day long.
But it's 12
There's no
against
mitigating factors there. There's no...
yet be the most famous of derby wins for Hull FC.
He's basically just potentially cost his team. And with hell of a lot of time left to play, that's a long time to now play with one man less.
Into that gaping Hull
Absolutely
FC
vile.
wound.
Cade Cust, just
Linton White's at
poor.
dummy half.
And he's let his team down big time.
Minchella now finds May. May gets it wide to Lewis. They're going down that left-hand side again. Lewis dragged down by Hardacre. They've got to hang on, you feel here, the black and whites. Ball now
I don't think they are going to hang on. That's the problem. I think it's going to be painful for him now. I really do think it's going to be painful. The only thing, Skulls, I think that FC need is a KR player to get sent off, because I don't think there's much hope for him now. There's a very early on in the game to get a red card.
Hull survive a big test, having gone down to 12.
Yeah, it just gives you an indication of the wind, doesn't it? As soon as that ball gets above 10 or 12 metres, the wind is taking it. Really well committed to by Davy Litton. Tall, rangy, athletic centre.
I think it shows, though, once again, how good the referee is. He is such a good referee.
Here's roll your sleeves up time now.
Here's the catch. Yeah, it just gets right above.
He's such a good referee, and it was no nonsense. That's the point with him. He knows when to he knows when to add those mitigating factors, and he's so good.
Good signing for the Robins. Big shot goes in there. This will be the last one. Here now is Caesar. Goes high. Forward comes Broadbent. Oh, almost overran it in the end. Did well to hang on to that. He'll return it at full force. Does anything change game plan wise for either side on the back of that red card just yet?
No, I don't think it can. I mean, certainly not for OKR. Let's carry on. Don't go searching for things too early. From an FC point of view, they've just got to really manage themselves, haven't they? Their first contact.
I think I talked about the referees. I think Liam Moore is certainly top of his game. Liam Moore. He does a lot of the big games, to be fair, and there's obviously a reason for it. And look, this game, you being the whole derby, you expect some heated situations, and I think it's Liam Moore anyway. Go on. Oh, yes! The floodgates are going to open. If this is not a massacre, then there's questions to ask, but this has got to be an absolute massacre.
Another really, really well taken try. FC down a number and they're gassed at the moment.
It's all going wrong. It's all gone wrong for the black and white side of the city.
Buildup was special, weren't they? And Burgess still had some work to do to get it to Hiku. And take a look at this catch and pass from Gildow.
Look at this. They just don't have enough men now. They're going to have holes.
Burgess gets an arm free and Hiku finishes it off. You talk about rubbing salt into the wound. Well, they've done it in the shape of Petter Hiku, and they've done it through the real creative play from Mikey Lewis on the short side. He takes every metre available to him, commits defenders.
They are loving it. They are absolutely loving it.
It makes you do things you don't want to do. The overlap there, and Hiku, well, he doubles the lead.
Yeah, but his debut at Hull.
I tell you, it's so bloody annoying though, losing last week to Wigan. Wigan just seem the team we can't beat. We can beat everyone else except Wigan, which becomes a problem if we have them in the grand final again if we get there.
On the back of the red card. Hull FC's task gets even bigger. Mikey Lewis will take over the kicking duties after Morg has gone for a head injury.
So Mikey Lewis is on it again. Slightly narrower kick coming. It does, yeah. The white ball with the grey northern sky. I can't see if it's gone in. Yes. Yes. You're right. They need a different colour ball, don't they? I said with the grey northern skies.
From Gildart is world class.
It's beautiful.
Absolutely top draw from the centre.
Question is, who's looking forward? Who's looking forward to the Ashes, the Rugby League Ashes? Unfortunately, I'm not able to go, but that should be really, really exciting.
10-0, 21 gone. The start of a triple header across Sky Sports from the Super League. Still to come this afternoon.
It's a busy day of Super League, to be fair, with the 3 games, and there should be some decent games as well.
Community Stadium as a Robins attack that went forward. This time the skill wasn't so good. Leeds Huddersfield 5:25 is on Sky Sports Plus this afternoon, and tomorrow Lee Warrington has got the makings of a good tie as well before Catalan Salford round off rivals round. But the Robins pushed the button there and they came up short.
Yeah, it was a good bit of defensive pressure. I think they were sick of being run around Hull FC and decided to get on the front foot and cut that off at the pass. On that occasion it worked.
For some reason, the score is still not updating properly.
Chamberlain is receiving treatment. He's decided to get in Jared Hargreaves' way a few times, and he's worn a few on his shoulder. There's a question mark here.
Yeah, there was a nervous look from the physio. Hopefully it's a stinger and no more.
There's not been any kind of typical 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. It's not necessarily been that back and forth in that sense. There's been turnovers that both KR tries have been kind of single runs rather than build up play. Ed Chamberlain, what's happened to him? Doesn't look comfortable.
Yeah, I think this is perhaps where, I mean, look, he's one of the biggest, most dangerous carriers of a ball, and I think it's that contact there where he's come out second best.
They've got a penalty here, Hull.
I don't think it's going to make much difference, whatever happens now. I just cannot see anything past KR.
Absolute necessity. He's had to go off, sadly. Here's Hardacre. Drives it forward. Having problems with their back rows at the moment. Mentioned Cartwright and Lane unavailable today.
Move.
Here now is Asiata. Gets it away. Finds Caesar. Short pass. Here is Ashworth. First carry for him, and he almost broke the line. Plants it down. Here they go now. Asiata turns it back. SA. If ever they needed a big performance from the Herminator, they need it now.
Well, Hull with 3 tackles remaining, just outside of the KR quarter, try line, sorry. I'm losing track with different sports. 2 left. Trying to go wide again. Last one. What are they going to do? Who's creating space? Go for a P-roller kick. Oh, yeah. He's only just come on. He's only just come on. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Well, they're not completely out of the game then, are they? They are not completely out of the game. Wow. We should not have given that away. It's a P-roller through. Yeah, Adam, I saw. Not good from Storm, was it? Oh, just a funny bounce. Right, it was a high bounce at the end. Bit of a P-roller kick through. Long along the ground. But look, it's that last bounce bounced away from our player. This black and white side are not going away. Bit fortunate how it bounced. That's all I'm going to say. Fortunate how it bounced.
After that early disappointment of the red card, they have come back and hit.
This should be a one that they score here, isn't it? Did he just punch him in the face? He just... Oh, no, not quite.
Aidan Caesar, by the way, we talked about him being the string puller. That's his 9th try assist so far this season. You got anything
He
about
got to convert this, surely.
You're looking very closely at what he's setting up for.
Price, can he add the extras? 4 from 6 last week at Warrington. Just to get back with him.
It'll certainly help make the game a little bit more competitive. Nope. That is bad. That is bad. That is not good kick. Wasted opportunity. FC cannot waste opportunities when they're one man down. That is yeah, they cannot waste these opportunities. I don't mind if they waste them, obviously, but right, press, charge, put the pressure on FC. Boom. Look at that, 4 players, 4 on 1 there, 4 on 1. That's got to show Rovers' determination. That they're not gaining much territory at all. Take him off his feet. Drive, take him back. So they've almost made halfway with 4 tackles. 6 again. They get a set restart. That's not good, is it? That is not good. They're at halfway. They're surely going to get outside of our try line again.
Morg is warming up on the sideline for the Robins. Maybe he about to come back. Here's Ashworth, gets it wide. Here's Litton now.
Take him down. Take him down. Good. Moore wants to come back on. He's all right after his HIA. Okay, holding him out.
You wouldn't know here, John Wells, who's got 12 and who's got 13 at the minute.
No, they spread it really well. It's that man, Asiata, who's the difference.
Look at the speed. Oh, sit down.
Yeah, they should have done. Good tackle, though.
That was a good tackle. Last tackle for FC. For Hull. Get up. Nice. Goal line dropout. We'll take that. Little bit of pressure. Hull have actually kicked into gear with one man down.
They move the ball so well. When in attack,
welcome to the stream, guys. If you haven't already, please do hit that like button.
He's the perfect link player.
Captain's challenge here.
Joe Burgess is maybe saying he called it in goal.
Captain's challenge going on. May have called it in goal.
Okay, we have a captain's challenge from OKR, so we're back to the kick, please, if we can. So from the kick. So OKR are challenging the decision of a goal line dropout. They're claiming that Jordan Rapana tackles Burgess in the air. So
does he tackle him in the air? That's the question. If he tackles him in the air, he does.
So we need to see something from the wide.
He does. It's got to be. That's a good call for the captain's challenge. Just before he lands, so he's technically in the air.
Play through, and then we're in towards the challenge now. So keep going. So this part of the decision is fine. So he jumps from the field of play.
He has not touched the floor.
On the 2 challenges, there's a collision with Gildart, and then something from Burgess. So I need to see something from possibly camera 5.
He's not made it. He's not made it to the floor before he's challenged. See?
So Jordan Rapana collides with Gildart. He then falls into the contact of
Surely this is taking too long to figure out.
Challenge unsuccessful.
Really?
Well, good thought process. It was an awkward one, didn't it? Was it a collision with the catcher, or did he tackle him? But the referees deemed, or the video referees deemed, it was accidental.
Wow.
You could argue both sides of that one. Really difficult one.
I would argue that he has made the challenge in the air. I would make that call. I suppose at least there's good reasoning, and the fact that you can hear the referees while they're making the decision. I don't agree with it, but I suppose at least they're making some logic at least.
Saw Castleford win 2 challenges last night at Wakefield. Ball here driven forward by Hull FC. How impressive would it be if they could get back on level terms here? They trailed 10 points to nil. Gildart and Hiku with the tries. Either side
Just over 12 minutes left of the first half. It's been a crazy game so far. There's not really been massive amounts of open play. I don't think there has been a lot of possession play either, in my opinion. Lucky it went bit. No.
No, I blame Aiden Caesar. He should have been a yard further forward. So John, and look, the guy's awesome. He's so good. It's just ever so slightly miscued the pass, but you see the intention there. It's like an extra half.
Yeah, that's what you want, Critics Gamer. That's what you want, isn't it? You want the transparency. I don't agree with it, but at least I can go away and say, okay, I understand why they're making the decision. I don't agree with it because I still think I would say he was challenged while in the air. But it's that transparency that you need as a spectator and as a player in sport.
Intrinsic to any sort of success they get in attacking positions.
Rovers have it back. They would want an extra score before the break.
To be fair, as soon as we scored the second, Hull have certainly looked stronger. They've certainly looked stronger, haven't they? Oh my God! Support! Yeah, I know, Adam. I was keeping an eye on it. I keep an eye on the NRL as well.
I think it's just taking a bit of wind out of the sails of OKR, right the ship a little bit for Hull FC.
I think it is a case of riding it at the moment because Hull have come out of the blocks after that second try that we've scored. They have come back at us. A little bit of fortune, I still think, with that try they scored, with the bounce. Christ. Go on. Go. Knock on.
You just wonder with it holding up so much on the wing there. Price was at full tilt coming to get it. They say you should never let it bounce. He's tried to catch it and he's just overrun it a fraction.
Yeah, look, they're difficult. They're really difficult because where you think they're going to land, they're not.
Poor pass in the end, really. Poor pass in the end, leading to that knock-on.
So it is the Robins ball once again, and a full set, which will be pretty much inside the red zone of the black and whites. Key moment, you feel. Half an hour gone. They scrapped and fought their way back into this game.
Guys, if you haven't already,
I think this next 60 seconds is going to be really
make sure you subscribe. Join in with the conversation. We've got, what, 70-odd people in here. Make sure you get in the conversation. Let me know, what do you think of the game so far? Which team do you think is performing the better? Wow. Almost finding space. 6 again for Rovers. We get another 6. We will certainly take that. Literally meters out from the try line with 5 tackles to go. Great. Oh, my God. It's a decent challenge. Lacking space. Not taking him down, though. Not taking him down, but he's lacking space. On the wing. One more. That's it. Don't know. They're going to check it. Not sure. This is going to be some slow-mo. Wow. Hi, Gareth. Hello, mate. If you've only just started watching, you're missing a decent game. Yeah, I don't know if he quite made it.
He's in possession. He's got the white boots on, so he's jumping at this point. Collides with the...
He's lost control. I don't think it is. I don't think it is a try. I think he's lost control of the ball.
So when he's in possession, the corner flag is irrelevant. So he's jumped. He's clearly in field.
Yeah, there's no issue. Look, he's lost control of the ball, hasn't he?
The ball appears to come away from the hand.
No try.
This will do so nice and slow, please. So we know he's in field. We've established that.
No try. Look, he's not got control of the ball.
Just to confirm that the ball does come away from the hand and onto the arm. Anything else? Yeah,
No.
This might tell us more. Right, to go back to the first angle, please.
I don't know why they're still looking at this.
No try and grounding, so the first
There is no grounding, is there? Whether that's partly because of the flag
So we've established the first
or
part of the call is fine.
the post.
Reaching
Are we
out
calling it a
towards
post?
the goal line.
Potentially because of that's just, look, I think that just takes his hand away from the ball.
Loses control. In goal. I've got a decision.
No try. Got to be no try.
Finish for Tom Davis. I think he gave himself away when he got up, but just a word there on the effort of Lewis Martin, because that initial contact takes Davis out of the field.
Decision pending. Smart meters. Sponsored by some smart meters. No try. It was partly the try line post that took his hand enough away from the ball. So if he went with his left hand, so still 4-10 to KR.
Surveyden into the action here for Hull FC. They lost Kate Cust 16 minutes into the contest for that high shot on Arthur Morg. As Knight tries to bump his way over the halfway line, but he's stopped just short. Here is Hardacre.
Move up at square. Hold out, hold.
Rurin at dummy half. Swings it to Asiata. He gets it away to Caesar. Drops the ball back for Ashworth, who again looks to bend the line. He stood. Can he get an offload? He does. Finds Price.
Uh-oh.
Thinking about the ball over the top. Flicks it back to Hardacre. Off the cuff stuff from Hull FC. And a 25 away.
Adam, you do know I watch the games and I keep an eye on the sports. I know what the results were. Last one for Hull. What are they going to do? He's gone for a tap, but no. He wants to play quick.
7 tackle sets, makes 12 metres on the first carry. You talk about swings in momentum.
Yeah. Caesar getting caught in possession on the 5th tackle, and Ashworth deciding to run it. Not the required option, you feel, for Hull FC, as Moore carries over the halfway line.
Got to try and just pick up the territory now. I don't even think it's going to be much of a try scoring opportunity here, but I think just got to get that territory and then keep Hull back in their own half so we can have another go. 2 tackles left. Nice movement. Nice, Lewis. Last one. Last one. Knock on. Turnover there. Look at the noise. Look at the noise. Listen to the noise. Okay.
Well, there's a penalty being given away, but take a look at that for a shot. That's perfect.
Replay of that tackle. Wow.
Penalty given away by the Robins. Pressure release valve pressed by the Robins. Hull FC get a chance to move this downfield.
We did not want to really give that penalty away there because we put them in a decent position. We did tie them up. I said it wasn't necessarily even about getting a try there. It's just getting that territory to keep Hull back. Giving away the penalty probably doesn't help the cause, giving them a kick up the field. Yeah, that's not the outcome really we wanted from that play. But they're playing. Still in their own half. They're still in their own half. Working as a team, KR. I actually do think since that second try, Hull have been the better team here. we've not done enough to stop them, and they have been the ones with more possession. They've been attacking better. You don't know what they're going to do with that last tackle. They've been really, really good at just playing the games with us and giving that uncertainty. Literally, the commentators just said the same thing. I do like it when I say something and then the commentator basically repeats it. He's gone with a chip for his fifth, sorry. They're trying to Rover's trying to play quickly here, trying to get out quickly, just trying to get Hull off guard. Welcome to stream. If you've just joined, guys, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe as well, so you can join the conversation in the chat.
Big 4 minutes here. Can the black and white stay in touch? And the Robins get a valuable third score. Here's Batchelor.
Pretty useful if we can get another one before half time. There's 3.5 minutes left of the half. And I said, I know the score is 4-10, but there's not a lot in it. That was a bit high, wasn't it? Yeah, high. Saw that straight away, and that is a big call for us here. But it was definitely a high, look. Look at that. Yeah, straight round his neck. Both of them, really. Both of them caught him high.
Noticing Hiku's doubling up. He's coming across the right centre and providing an inside option pass.
So we get all 6 again. About 20 metres out-ish.
That's a real headache for the outside backs and Zach Hardacre on that right edge.
He was there, wasn't he? He popped up for the try as well. Rinchella, Batchelor. Hull got to stay strong here.
Here we go. 4 left. 4 left. 10 metres out. Perfect opportunity before the end of the half. Perfect opportunity before the end of the half. He's finding space. He's got it. He's got it. Yes. I tell you what. Well, Liam Moore's given it as a try on field. What a agility, zigzagging through. Wow.
Tackle 2, we've got field call of a try. We're just checking grounding, so in full speed.
Mate, I'm getting there. Slowly, Gareth. Slowly. To be fair, I watch. Granted, I do a lot more watch-alongs on AFL, but I do actually watch League in my own time. He's made it. He's got to have made it.
There's an arm at the side of that ball.
There you can see it's down right there. You can see it's down. The arm initially is in the way. Down. Get in. Try. Got to be a try. The problem you'll find is I'll sometimes say goal because I watch so much AFL as well. Yeah.
So stay in this angle. We've got a clear shot of the ball there. So take this back, please. Stay in this angle, please. But if you just roll this back, keep going back on this.
Does he need to keep going back?
So we're nice and slow on this. So we can now see the ball.
It's down. Down easy. Cool. Cool it.
He's in possession and the ball is grounded.
It's trial day long. You could see that about 5 minutes ago. I know they're thorough. I know they're being thorough. And a lot of the decisions, for example, are black and white, right? That is black and white. They did drag that out a little bit. I know they moan in football about how long VAR takes, but they certainly have dragged it out just a tad. I don't think it needed to take that long to make that decision, but try. That is what we needed. That is what we needed just before half time. 4:14 at the moment. Got to convert it right in the middle. He can't miss this, surely. He cannot miss this. He does not. Easy. And I do actually think that has been against the run of play. I really do think that's been against the run of play because I said since we scored the second try, it has been Hull's possession. They've done the most.
But I tell you what, take nothing away from our Turmog.
I tell you, I really like the collar on the Rovers top. Really do like that. Doesn't look too restrictive. At least they have scrapped the crazy 2 games over Easter. Oh. Looks uncomfortable. It looks like he's holding his stomach.
Well, now he is going to stop play here. It's Tom Davis who's down.
What happened to Tom Davis then? Doesn't look like a lot happened. That's really difficult to see what happened there. Hi, ads. I don't know what happened. From that view, the problem is he's facing away and you can't see. So he's doing. So the physio's there on his arm or on his shoulder.
There was definitely a swing.
I think he's just brushed the top of his head. I just wonder
I really don't. I don't think it is his head. The physio is not. The physio is not going with his head. He's looking at his shoulder or his arm. You dirty, dirty Australian. Honestly, filth. Gareth, did you see the red card challenge? It was disgusting. I called it right from the start. Well, that's what I'm going to say.
Didn't look to be an awful lot on John when he got the ball ahead of that try, but as you said, his footwork did the rest.
Yeah, look, if you know you're in possession of footwork like that, you're praying for a big man just to be leaning outwards a little. Cut back on the inside.
See, he's holding his stomach. And now he's holding his shoulder.
Everything is Tom. Give us a clue, Tom. What's wrong?
Now the commentator said exactly the same.
Green carded here, so he'll have to leave the field now.
It's a shoulder issue, isn't it? Clearly,
I said he's holding his stomach, then he's holding his shoulder.
Awkward fall in the tackle. Compression with a number of Hull FC bodies coming in at force.
I assume it's his shoulder or something.
Well, the good thing is
It's got to be the way he's walking.
see this next minute out, they get the full half time to try and
Mate, honestly, Gareth, it was so obvious. Literally, it was a kick on. It was a kick through on goal on the try line. Sorry, Rovers. We caught the ball, and then that filthy Aussie. He Custy wasn't going for the ball. He just went in. You could see the shoulder going straight into his face, and it was a clear and obvious, in my opinion, anyway. I know the commentators were like, oh, well, it could have been a yellow card, could have been a red, either way, but I'm thinking, no. Load of nonsense. It was a clear and obvious red. Oh. Charge, press. 30-odd less than 30 seconds left off the half. It's been an interesting game so far. Been a really, really interesting game. We've seen some really good agility, some good counters. Hull actually has said half of this half they've been actually pretty decent. They have been threatening.
Just before the break could well be a game-defining try.
There's the siren. Tap it out. Just kick it out. What are we doing? Well, that is the first half complete. Look, that red card has basically killed Hull. It has killed Hull. I'm sorry, it really has. And he only has himself to blame. I've got to turn the sound down now so I don't get done over by the music. Right, I will be back in a second. Go get yourself a drink, go to the toilet, and I will see you guys back in a second for some discussion about how the game is going so far. Right, see you shortly.
Yes, pleased to meet you.
They would be lucky to have you, darling.
I have to get them there. I've already moved into your room.
No, Arjun has not moved into a room, and you don't have to get.
Imagine the interview as a kid.
You got this there. I love you guys.
Dev Sharma.
Yes. Nice to meet you.
Life needs a big network.
Come on, men. What are your rooms like?
One word, stunning. We've got a swing-up suite. You can roll straight out of bed and into the pool.
Our room's got a private jacuzzi. Oh, you can really let your straps down.
Well, I've got a personalised pillow.
What?
Check the pillow menu on your TUI app. You'll sleep better than a sleeping bag.
More luxury touches than you think. TUI package holidays are packed differently. TUI, live happy, at all and after protected.
Everything's reduced in the SCS sofa collection, in-store and online. Like the elegant Alvignano, just $649. Or the stunning Maya Jewel Recliner, just $799. Now with up to 4 years interest-free credit. Hurry! Selected offers end today. SCS, new look, new sofas.
Whether it's pets leaving stains or the other animals in home, they all make mess that goes deeper than the surface. Well, that calls for the award-winning Vax Spot Wash Home Pet Design and Car, and an advanced home pet and car tool for every task, effortlessly removing spills and stains, no matter which home. Save £90 when you order direct for only $129.99 with free Vax stain removal kit worth £30. Yep, that's my dad. You're probably wondering who I'm talking.
Hello, darling. Don't forget it's the Mingles on Tuesday. Air alert.
Okay, I am back. Just so I can keep the lights on. Wow, lots of people have left for half time. So I can keep the lights on, we're going to have a little advert. So let me know, what advert do you get? This is when it gets exciting. Let me know what advert we're seeing. What advert? Well, I said, welcome to the stream. If you've just joined, we've got, what, 50 odd people in here at the moment. We've had a decent number so far watching the game, I assume, because it's on Sky Sports, pay to watch. Yeah, make sure you hit that like button down below, please. It doesn't take a second. If you're enjoying the stream, even if you're just there watching the match, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already for more. Yeah, an interesting game so far. Like I said, it was very, very fast-paced first sort of 10 minutes. The red card really did change the game. But actually, after the second try, Hull were very much in the game. They were playing the better rugby, and yeah. But at the end of the day, being one man down in a physical sport like this, going to be tough. You know, to be sent off in 16 minutes. Yeah, to be sent off 16 minutes. That's a long time, a very, very long time to play with one man less. And at the end of the day, being 16-4 now, it is going to show, isn't it? It's going to show, and I can only see the floodgates potentially opening in the second half. Just having that extra man potentially for the overloads and things, I think it's going to make a huge difference. They're calling this... yes, I saw that, Gareth. They're calling the rivals round Hull Derby, Wigan Saints, Lee Warrington, Cass Wakefield and Salford Catalan. Not sure if Salford versus Catalan is. It is a local derby, that one. Yeah, Manchester and the south of France. Yeah, that's an odd one. The other games, I suppose, you can have as little rivalries. I suppose. Yeah. I did see they were promoting it. That right, Gareth. Now you can watch the red card and give me your thoughts. It's a red card all day long. When you look at the angle of the shoulder purposely going in, he's only got himself to blame. Oh, it's horrible to keep watching. It is horrible to keep watching. That's so nasty. I think so. I do think so. I can't see them keeping in this game. I just think it's far too long to be one man down.
Effort in attack and maybe lack of effort in defence, Barry.
There's been some good examples from All FC where
What are the percentages at the moment? See, this is mad. We've got 52 votes in at the moment, and it is 52-48 to KR. What are people watching? What are people watching? I'm so surprised. I am surprised how close the vote is at the moment. Now, granted, some of it was... yeah, it still takes into account people before, I suppose, before the 16 minutes. But the whole Gareth, I don't know if you'll agree with this. Look, the whole try was simply a high bounce that was a bit of a funny last bounce. I know they're complimenting it, but
the lead was narrowed to just 6 points. From a Hull FC perspective, you got 5 or 6 minutes left. Just manage out the last 5 or 6 minutes. From a halfback's perspective, what do you not want to do? I'm going to lead you into what they actually did.
They say manage the last 5-6 minutes, but come on. They still have another 40 minutes afterwards. They can't manage another 40 minutes.
Which goes out on the full, well not on the full, but 7 tackle set. Martero plays on, and then from the following set, it's just a short side right foot step. It's quick right foot step, and it's soft defence really from Hull FC. They'll be disappointed. They needed to get through to half-time, Hull FC, with the scores as it were at the time, and to concede that just...
It's game over, guys. It's game over. It is game over.
40 minutes in a OKR shirt, Artyom Moore, but he's right, Leon. The managing the big moments is what the 6, the 7, the spine players, the decision makers, that's what they're paid for. But also I think the ruck speed has been too fast for Hull FC. They've made more meters with the ball, Hull KR, so it's been too quick, too fast.
Well, it's slowly filling up here at the Brick Community Stadium. It is a sold-out ground that will shortly host Wigan again.
It's slowly filling up. Is it, though?
We'll be watching a very proud father ride the roller coaster of the Hull derby.
Run, run, run! Sorry. It's game over now. There's no arguments if we get some.
I love this. Showing the reactions here. Even he said it's game over.
Yes.
As soon as that red card came in, he said it was game over there.
Red card you said was game over. It's 16-4 at halftime. It's not beyond the
It is game over.
Sent off in a Good Friday game over at Hull KR for Hull FC. A game FC
Gareth, I know what I'm talking about, mate. I know what I'm talking about. No intention for the ball. Dangerous. Shoulder, unnatural. Going into the player's face.
I just think his back's against the wall. It can be done, but it's going to be difficult.
It's game 1 of our very special Good Friday doubleheader from Rivals Round here on Sky Sports. We've got 40 minutes of action from the MKM Stadium to go. It's Hull KR with a half-time lead, 16-4.
All right, let's turn that sound down. Otherwise, there's definitely going to be music going on. Hey, Gareth, I know what I'm talking about, mate. I am a sports analyst at any sport, I reckon. Any sport, I could do it. I could pick it up quite simply, I reckon. So, with 50 odd people in here, who is watching from where? In the comments, let me know where you are from. I assume we've obviously got English people. We've obviously got some Aussies. Well, hey, I am good at all sports, mate, in terms of analysing. Yeah, let me know where you're from. I know we've had South Australia. I assume we've got Hull. I assume. Gareth from Manchester, who's obviously been in the live streams and live watch-alongs and has twice... Well, has been in quite a few of my vlogs, it seems, as well. Falling is from Perth. It's an okay time in Perth, isn't it? I'm pretty sure. The time in Perth at the moment. What is it? It is only 8:40 at the moment in Perth, so it's nice and early for you. Sydney, it is 10:40. Adelaide is 10:10. I don't think it is 44. What the hell is this advert? Okay. What do you mean 7 times? Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. I was going to say, we haven't been to London Irish 7 times. We need them to come back. Need them to come back. We got too many lurkers in here. Too many lurkers. If you want to support the channel, though, as I said, easiest thing, like and subscribe. If you want to support the channel, though, please do super chat. That would be awesome if you do a super chat. We've got a goal of 10. Be nice if we could reach it. Become a channel member, or you can go to asweare.space to check out my merchandise, which I quite like. Obviously, I designed them. To be fair, we ain't got much sun here. It's grey in England. Today's a rubbish day. There's a lot of sport on at the moment, isn't there? Madrid Open starts on Tuesday.
Well, it's our great pleasure here on Sky Sports to bring you the 373rd meeting of old rivals Wigan and St. Helens. In the second,
they've only played each other a few times then.
Blockbuster doubleheader here on Sky Sports from the rivals round of the Betfred Super League. All gets underway at 2:45 on Sky Sports Action and main event. 24,000 plus will cram inside the brick.
To be fair, we've had some sunny days recently. Critter Gamer, we've had some sunny days, just not today.
Let's get you back to the MKM Stadium, another sold-out stadium in this bumper Easter round. Mark Wilson, I should say, and John Wells standing by with Hull FC with plenty to do to drag themselves.
I'm really hoping this music doesn't get picked up. What are we looking like for football today anyway?
Cheers, Brian. Well, the Robins are pretty happy at half-time. Their side leading by
There is no Premier League today for Friday, but there's some at the weekend. Right, players are coming back out. Coming out ready for the second half. Luckily, do you know what? Luckily, watching a lot of AFL, God, the half-time is long. The half-time is so long. At least in football and rugby, it's what, only 15 minutes or whatever.
Leon Price made a really good point at half-time, and that's around the ruck speed. If there was one key message from John Cartwright in the dressing rooms to his Hull FC players, it is make the first contact you make has got to be better. You have got to slow the ruck speed down, because that is where everything that Hull KR do stems from. It all stems from that momentum they generate around the ruck. It would have been interesting to have been a fly on the wall and listen to what John had to say, but I reckon that would be pretty near the top of the list.
Yeah, John Cartwright looking on.
Oh, there's a siren basically telling the Hull players to get the hell out, hurry up.
To go top with a win here. Should the Robins win, they would extend their lead momentarily. Ahead of that Wigan Saints derby to come. What a day of sport, what a day of Super League action we have got for us. Of course, Leeds, Huddersfield later on as well. Arthur Moore gets us
Game on.
underway at the end
Game
of the
on.
stadium.
Let's go for the second half.
Can Hull FC produce a miraculous comeback? Or will the Robins
Well,
extend
does anyone
their
think
wins?
Hull can produce a comeback? I do not think.
With Hull then in this
I
first
definitely
half,
do not think.
more strong tackling goes in. What will Willie Peters have said, do you think, at half-time?
Yeah, look, I think he'd be reasonably pleased. As I said, I think they dominated the ruck. That would be a huge part of their game plan. I thought they dominated the middle third of the field as well.
I tell you what, I thought the atmosphere would be a little bit louder than it is. Granted, you can hear the singing and that, but I'm surprised it's not a lot louder, considering it should be a fairly fierce rivalry.
Hull FC yet to win at home this season. They've only had 3 games here. Moore collects on the full and he will return it up and over the
How have they had 3 games at home, failed to win,
looks quite relaxed.
and still second in the league?
More relaxed if his side can get another try early on here in the second half, and they're already on halfway. So worrying signs here as Spatula goes down.
I'm going to say KR are at least going to double their score here. That's what I think. I think KR are going to at least double it, or at least get over 30. That is my early second half call. Any other predictions anyone wants to make?
He just rather wandered offside, didn't he? Here's the run of Whitbread inside the 20 then. Are the Robins about to cut loose? They'll get it away now to Minchella.
Then
Back on the angle goes
push, push,
Whitbread,
push.
determined carry.
Loads of pressure, literally 20 metres out, and still 4 tackles remaining for KR. Nice, 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 nice. Oh, could not quite offload the ball. We're having another go. 3 to go.
Here's Whitbread again. 5 out from the line.
Release.
All hanging on.
Press, press, press. Oh, you're going too far. I don't think they need to go. Oh. Last ditch tackle. That was almost love. Oh, that was a waste. Nah, I think that was a bit of a waste there. A real pressure there put on Hull by KR. Now KR need to just keep them in. Look, they are pressing them. They are really pressing them and keeping them in their half. Just keep high, keep high. Really speed, Robins. Really speed towards them.
And covered up by Price.
That's very true, Falling. Yeah, it is. At least you can watch games. Although, I say that, you're all right watching the kind of the midday kickoffs in football in Perth, but 3 o'clock games are still a little bit. Yeah, 3 o'clock games are still a little bit late for you guys.
I'm interested what the first couple of tackles look like here for Hull FC. It's this initial contact.
Look, this just looks. Look, Robins just look energetic. They look excited. There's so much more energy at the moment at the start of this second half for Robins. The Hull are certainly really under the cosh.
Pointing, directing, uses Whitbread. Inside, black and white.
There's a little bit of singing finally. That's true. Yeah, that's true, Falling. That's like the people that like that crappy bloody American football nonsense in England. But they have to stay up late. Oh, big tackle.
Great shot goes in. Hull once again survive.
That sums it up, though, doesn't it? That sums it up. Hull have survived again. They've survived. When even the commentators are using the terminology "survived," they just know it's going to be one-way traffic. Surely, you know, it's going to be so difficult for Hull to keep going because they're going to be drained, having to cover extra for bloody stupid Kurt, this silly Australian. They got far too long in the game to try and keep going, and I think they're going to not be second at the end of today. They're definitely not going to be second at the end of the day. With Wiggins and Saints, Wigan have got to win that. Saints have sort of gone downhill a little bit over the last couple of years, haven't they? Going high. Oh, it's gone backwards. That could have gone so well for Hull, and in the end it went badly.
He was waiting for the ball to bounce to him, wasn't he, rather than going and getting it.
Mate, Gareth, I wouldn't even bother. I tried half an hour one year and I was bored.
In tempo, in momentum, Gildat this time riding tackles.
Welcome to the stream if you've just joined. Make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't. Oh, we got 6 again. We got 6 again. Look at their territory gained. We are 5 out. We've still got 5 tackles. Oh, for fluffed it. Absolutely fluffed that. We had a fantastic opportunity. Bloody waste. What a waste.
Oh dear, now these aren't good pictures if you're a Robins fan.
They'll have to show the highlight.
I don't know what happened. I was looking at Kalepi Tanganoa and his frustration not being able to pull in the ball. But we're going to have a look at Mikey Lewis now going to ground. And he's got a knee in the ribs.
Has he?
From Tom Briscoe. That's a fair competition for the ball.
I don't think he did get a knee in the ribs. I don't think he did.
He's up on his feet and taking some deep breaths. So
maybe a little bit winded, but I don't think there's anything major going on there. I think Lewis should be okay.
Just 2 competitors, 2 real competitors going for a ball together. Briscoe.
What a huge wasted opportunity. I think the commentators said it pretty spot on. Almost spoilt for choice then, wasn't he? A fantastic turnover going. A massive counter-attack. Real speed. But feels like Hull FC are on the ropes. No shit, Sherlock.
One score the other way, and it's back to being game on here. Here is Briscoe. And now he gets his side a penalty, so an easy out.
Penalty for Hull.
Well, it's just what they wanted as well, wasn't it? I thought the first setting defence was ropey in that second half. I think they quickly got up to speed. Jez Litton, the only person who caused them problems, then the break. So this is really, really welcome for the black and whites.
I think at the moment, Hull could do with a bit of a breather. They really, really have been under the cosh in the first 8 minutes of this half. I don't think it's going to get any better for them. I really don't think it's going to get any better for them. Careful, careful. He's just lost it, look. Are we getting a captain's challenge going? Yeah, they definitely have one. They're going for a captain's challenge.
Tom, we have a captain's challenge. FC are challenging the on-field decision of a knock-on.
Right, let's see. Was it a knock-on?
Let's see, challenging the on-field ruling of a knock-on.
Let's see. So he's got it fairly tightly in his hands. It's stolen. Did he touch that?
Just trying to establish if there is a clear pull on this ball. So, you can
So that's the tricky thing. You see the hand going for it. You definitely see the hand. So they've obviously stolen it. Does he touch it?
And there is a clear pull on the ball, which constitutes a ball steal. The challenge is successful.
Well, yeah. Correct decision. Ripped out of his grasp, yeah. There wouldn't have been a knock on anyway because I don't think he touched it again. That'll keep him happy. Just give them. So I can't remember who said it. I think it was Falling that said about. So the fans don't sit together. Majority do not. However, you see as an example right there that there are Hull KR fans in with the FC fans, and there is no trouble.
Certainly a threat in that back row for John Cartwright's side. Price had to reach for the ball. It wasn't the best pass. And that, in effect, a waste of a tackle there.
One tackle left. Maybe two tackles, sorry. Two tackles left. It's giving him a little bit of hope, isn't it? It's giving them all a little bit of hope. A very important captain's challenge that worked out for them. Na 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 na. I shouldn't be celebrating. I shouldn't even be singing because it's not for Rovers. Gives them a little bit of hope, doesn't it? I think that's all it is, hope. I think we need another one. We need another try. On the positive side, it is really out wide. So he has got to have a fantastic kick to score this.
Asiata's work in the middle is exceptional. Early ball from Caesar, well handled, one-handed catch from Briscoe.
No, it is mad, isn't it? It is mad how football is the one sport where fans do not sit together. Otherwise, you get people complaining, don't you, saying, "Oh, they moan and tell the stewards."
He can assess and sum up what the defence is doing in a microsecond. He knew that Burgess was
Well, that is a shame. That is a real bloody shame. Just gives them that little bit of hope.
Look, his side is showing character here. Up against it.
I think if he doesn't get this, if he doesn't convert this, we're still 8 points ahead. That's a big positive if he doesn't make it. That is a really bloody shaky camera. Missed. So we're still 8 points ahead. So that's okay. It's not the end of the world.
Coaches are so often, aren't they?
Not the end of the world at all.
Visually wanting to present that mask of serenity. Well, John Cartwright's not one of those. Neither Zach. They're pumped.
Well, yes, AFL can fans sit together as well. But bear in mind, there isn't really any... They're all too friendly, aren't they? You know, there's no proper songs and there's no proper rivalry, is there? You know, even it's like Sydney. I'm a Sydney Swans fan, and you know, there's no real rivalry with GWS, and there should be. They should be the enemy, but it's not really seen like that.
He's a menace, though, isn't he? He is. A real menace from dummy half.
Hull are causing a few issues. Causing just a few issues. I don't think we can afford to let them get another try unless we score one as well. There is plenty of time. 28 minutes remaining. Take him down. Take him down.
Just over the halfway line. Last one. Hadley trying to get pressure on Price. Hoists it high. That's the highest of the day.
It's going really wide. They've got the players. Why does he not pass it? Oh my God, his team livid with him. Why did he not pass it out to the wing? Wow.
And a great offload from Herman Essa.
He is not happy. He is not happy that he did not pass it. Wow.
It's injected belief into this huge crowd here at the MKM. Astor's tackling like that.
Oh, listen to the roar. Brilliant work, brilliant defensive work from Hull FC.
That, I think that was Robbins being let off the hook there.
Robbins with work to do here.
That could have easily gone wrong for us, but he really should have offloaded it for an extra pass.
Trying to stay squeaky clean as Hadley will carry forward.
It's interesting because Hull do have this ability, it seems, to stay in the game. You know, they are putting the pressure on Robbins now. They really are. They're putting the pressure on us.
That is a calamitous decision from Asiata.
I didn't even see that. I wasn't concentrating. What did Asiata do?
Gift of a territory and a possession now for the Robins.
Late tackle. Late tackle, silly boy. Late tackle. That is a free one.
It's just that moment too late.
It wasn't ridiculously late, but surely you can see he's about to kick it. He's a professional player. You know, that is huge territory we've now got for that late contact.
Well, John Asiata was saying because he took him to the ground, he didn't feel that was a late hit, but the referee's having none of it. And now...
Big opportunity now for Robbins. Huge opportunity. 6 tackles and we are 15 out. Push, push, push. Drive. Look at this. He's driving. He's almost 10 metres up there. 5 left. Set restart. 6 left. It's huge. It's huge. We've got to spread them. We've got to spread them. I think we're just driving and looking for a space. Just get down, make the play. Release it. It's too much just trying to go forward here. I think we've got to offload to the wing. Just create a little bit of space. No, wasting this opportunity. Hull are doing a very, very good job here, but I don't think we're doing enough. What the hell are they doing? Descent. That is ridiculous.
You doff your cap to Hull FC. They put themselves under pressure.
How are we giving away for descent?
Response was absolutely emphatic, wasn't it?
Jesus Christ.
Defensive decision they made. Ashworth on Suaso Su. Aiden Caesar cutting off.
Oh my God, my hair's going all over now. Look at, oh Jesus.
And then they get their chance to clear their lines.
Let's put that hat back on. That's poor by Rovers. Really poor. We had a perfect opportunity and it was trying to just barge through the middle and that was not working. It didn't seem to fall to the right person to zigzag through. So Hull now with 4 tackles remaining at just in their own half.
By this resilient side, but oh dear, just as we say,
well,
Rapiner is claiming a strip. Be interested to see whether Caesar decides to challenge this one.
Well, they got the chance. They are going to go.
They're going for a captain's challenge again.
He said straight away it was ripped out.
Was it ripped out? It's either a knock on or it was ripped out. What are we going for?
Captain's challenge or challenging the on-field ruling of a knock-on. So,
was it ripped out?
Tackle.
Was it ripped out?
Can I see this in full speed, please?
I don't know. His arm is going up, but did he rip it out?
In full speed to look at what effect the collision has. So full speed, please.
Oh, I'm giving a knock on. Gareth, I'm giving a knock on. No, I'm giving it a knock on. Was it really ripped out?
Yeah, play this again, please. And then something slow, please. I just need to establish if there is a ball.
Don't know.
I need to do in full speed.
His arm's there, but is that enough of a rip out? This has got to be probably a subjective one, surely.
Yeah, something else, please. Keep going, please.
Possibly. It wasn't a strictly a... intentional rip out, was it? It was simply the tackle's been made and he's just pulling away slightly. Yeah, interesting.
So, Michael Lewis pulls on the ball. He's entitled to wrap the ball up, but he then pulls the ball, which dislodges it. The challenge is successful.
Yeah, he's successful again.
Yeah, correct. So he pulls it out.
Wow. I think that one's certainly a little bit more subjective, but that's 2 challenges in a row that they've achieved. Interesting.
Well, he's entitled to make a tackle, entitled to strip the ball, but, you know, as you can hear from the roar around
Bogger.
the crowd, look, Mike is shaking his head. I think that's the correct decision.
Yeah, maybe a little bit more subjective, but can't necessarily disagree, but how much of a rip was it?
Can they get some points to get them back within 1 score? Things just starting to go the way. There we go, 2 successful challenges.
Still too close for my liking, isn't it?
Ashworth trying to line again, and he does, and he's still going.
Hasn't he been good off the interchange, Spence? Came on earlier than probably expected with the injury to him, but he's been really effective.
He has. Here now, the ball back to SA. They've not been able to unleash him just yet.
Coming up 23 minutes left, and Hull are pushing, aren't they? I don't think we've done enough. They're going again. They found a gap. They're certainly still in it, aren't they? They're certainly still in it. Oh my God. So much space for him there. There was so much space for him. They're happy. They're happy. And I'm not.
And he's celebrating. Isn't he happy with himself? And so you should be, sir. First Super League try of the season. Oh, and how he scored it. What a score. What a timely score.
Yeah, it was far too much space. Far too much space.
Price draws his man. And then it's just 2
I think it's lazy. It's lazy of the Robins. You can see as soon as they that tackle before, they just did not come across. They did not come across, and that's what's creating too many people standing still.
That combination between Asiat and Caesar's dynamite, isn't it? But that is silky.
Bloody hell. This is certainly going to make it a closer finish, isn't it? It's going to be a closer finish. He's going to go try and get the conversion as well, which is not the most difficult. What is that all about, that celebration?
The rules are, John, as a head coach of a Super League side, you've got to remain po-faced on all occasions.
Here's the kick. This is a good one.
Sorry, did they not show the kick? Well done, Sky Sports. Well done for not showing the conversion. Well, so much for my prediction. We haven't not scored in the second half so far. It is 14-16, still to the Robins. We have still got the game in our hands, and it's still technically ours to lose. Hull have been pretty impressive, actually, to stay in the game. I don't think we've been clinical enough. We have not been clinical enough. Yeah, not been clinical enough at all here. Welcome to the stream if you've just joined. Make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. It massively supports the channel if you can. Allows me to do these more often. If you want to do a super chat to support this stream, please do. Anything, any little helps, even a quid. A quid would do. Pays for the electrics, keeps the lights on.
Are we looking at one of the big comebacks?
This will be a big comeback. This will be a big comeback if they manage this. Big, really big comeback if they manage this. You know, being down to 10 minutes. I'm thinking of football still. Been down to 13 for, well, for a very, very long time now. But Hull do have to keep going for another 20 minutes. Still another 20 long minutes for Hull. And obviously we have got to get our asses into gear and just punish. We've really got to punish. Now we're getting a bit of noise from the Hull fans.
You want is your team to give you absolutely everything you've got, and that's exactly what Hull FC are doing here. Here's Lewis, last one, wanders forward, sends it up, kicks it
Press,
high,
press, press,
all the
press,
way.
press.
Price will catch it a
Bit
couple
too
of
dull.
metres off his
Bit
own
too
line.
far.
He will look to counter.
Distance is
He
too
wraps
much.
up 15 away. We're inside the final quarter. First instalment of a blockbuster day. Wigan Saints to
That
come.
should be a decent game the next game as well. Wigan versus Saints.
Cannot wait for that one.
2 points in it. 19 left.
Who is down, and well, look at that. It might be Derby Day, there might be no love lost, but when it comes to player welfare, the players are all over it. And Hardacre just making sure that Burgess was okay there.
Yeah, he's careered and reeled out of that tackle really awkward.
That is a good thing. That is a good thing. I think they all appreciate the health and safety issues that you have in a physical sport like this. So the fact that the players are happy, I say happy, you know, they know they're not faking anything. Unlike in football, for example. Watching the Man United game yesterday, that was, yeah, lots of time wasted and pretend, oh, I've got cramp. You don't get that here. You've got to protect each other.
Here that this wave of emotion and momentum is with the opposition side. They've had a tough 2 or 3 weeks, haven't they? You did have that niggle in the back of your mind.
What I do, Critter Gamer, what I do is whatever I tip, just do the opposite, and then you're more likely to do well. Just do the opposite works best. There is no, this is the thing though. There is no reason why Robins should not have pushed away here. They should have pushed away. You know, they've had the man advantage. They have the... that looks, yeah, that did look painful. You know, they've had the man advantage for a long, long time. There's no reason why we should not be pushing on this and really just winding the screw, and we haven't done it. Hull have come out fighting. They really, really have. They've come out fighting. Can they keep going for another 19 minutes? One more try. One more try for us, and one more try and conversion for us, and that will be big. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Take him down. Take him down. Take him down. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. What a game this is today. What a game this is. Considering I've watched now, the last few AFL games have been bloody awful. What a game this has been today. Good tackle, good tackle. Robins have got to do something. We've got to do something. We are just look like we're crumbling. It doesn't look like we've got the extra man. It really doesn't. It really doesn't look like we've got that extra man.
Couple of steps and Davy Litton just about rounded up. Robins out to Morgan, out dummy half now, trying to make some meters, trying to wrestle that momentum.
Got to get that territory. Got to get as high up as we can and press. We do look tired though. We do look really tired and leggy at the moment. We're certainly puffing a lot harder, it seems, than Hull are.
That's important from his counterpart, Amir Burra. That needed to be a strong contact and wrap up the ball.
Lewis has it.
Sure I am, I'm Robins till I die. This is where we got to keep them now in their own half. 5 tackles, they've got to keep them in their own half. Press high. Got to press high.
Just a couple of points in arrears here.
Mate, it's crazy, isn't it?
Here's Martin. Will he get an opportunity on Derby Day to show his pace?
Yeah, the only problem is, Crit Gamer, the last 3 AFL games I've watched happen to be rubbish. I don't think there's been that many incredible AFL games so far this season, to be fair, with all due respect to it. And bearing in mind AFL is my sport, there's been a lot better NRL and league games. We're pressed. We're pressed. Look at this. You've got literally. He's got nowhere to go. He's got this. There's 5 or 6 Hull players just completely blocking him. What are we going to find here? What are we going to find? You know, we're not losing, but it only takes one. Only takes one play. Go, 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 go. Oh. Decent territory gained. Really, really good. We're in the whole half. High. No. 2 left. Oh. They're not giving it as a tackle. Go. Still not giving that tackle. Still not giving that tackle again. Oh, you've still got it. We literally, look at that. 3 on 1. 3 on 1. Get the ball. Yes. Get in. That's the numbers. That's the numbers. Get in there. Oh, wow. We were overlapping. We outnumbered them on the wing, and we didn't use them. And I suppose maybe, you know, they certainly thought that's probably what would happen. And we played on the inside. James Batchelor, well done, mate. Very, very good. First try of the 2025 season. Get in. Good place for the conversion. This has got to be game over. Score the conversion, and just don't give anything silly away in the last 15. That's basically what it is now.
Defense now, they've had to do a mountain of work. Lewis Martin does his best. Arthur Moore keeps it going, and then Hull FC.
Oh man! Thank God for that. Thank God for that. I was getting very worried, getting really, really worried. But finally, a decent play. It looked like Hull had 4 or 5 less players there rather than just the one. Bang.
Well, it all came from the Gildart break from deep inside his own half.
I really like that away kit. I really like the away top. I've actually got the home top coming, but I think I wish I got the away top. I might have to get that one as well. Might have to get that one as well. They're literally singing the same song as us Saints sing. We hate.
Here is Morg, he's been heavily involved today. From 2.
Come on.
Morg then looking to open up a 2-score lead. Time running away from Hull FC. Well, it looks a chip shot. He's practicing his.
Why is he trying some golf? He's definitely.
Yes, he can.
Keep it tight now. Keep it tight. Very, very good. Just got to keep it tight now. 14-22. That was a huge, huge try just to keep them off. Very, very good.
They've shown what they're capable of. They just need to get themselves in the right parts of the field. Fatigue clearly setting in with both sets.
Oh man, that was nervy. That was bloody nervy.
Played at such a high intensity, Mark, hasn't it? We don't feel like this has dropped off for a second. A true derby. Played in great spirits, with the possible exception of the Cade Cuss dismissal, and the fans fully engaged.
Wow. Hopefully that is the game. Hopefully. We're still going to keep it tight though. Having that extra conversion though is going to make a huge difference, I think.
Then it may run away from a brave Hull FC side. Down the middle they go with Hadley. Wrapped up.
And the fans are in full voice now, aren't they? They're in full voice. Jump. Oh. 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 It's definitely game over now. It's definitely game over. They're going to go for the video assistant though. On field is a try. Get in there. Get in there. I'm going to check it out on the video assistant.
Call the try, so we're checking onside, offside into challenging grounding. So we can pause the ball on the foot there. So all chases are onside. So
All are onside. That is not an issue.
So keep going through. And then in something towards the challenge just to determine who the ball comes off. So does that ball...
I think they're pretty confident it's a try. They're pretty confident. Falls out of his hands.
That comes off Hickle. Just go back just to confirm that the ball does come off the
Oh.
hand.
He's doing a random kind of feet into his stomach.
So jumping fair challenge.
Gone straight through his hands.
The other side, something on the other side will do, please, just to confirm this. So slow, please.
That should be the view.
Ball comes off Hiku. Then something possibly from the wide angle, just for perspective as to where the ball travels.
I think it's potentially if the ball went backwards, because I don't know if it went off Hiku or not. Went off Hiku.
The ball then goes backwards in relation to the ground.
There you go, it goes backwards.
Just something on the ground, please.
Yeah, all good. All good. Just about went backwards. Try. Gotta be a try.
So jump. Still in possession at this point. Still in possession. I can't see the ball on that angle, just something else.
Yeah. That's game over. That's game over now. It was so bloody close. I'm going to say my prediction may be close now. I did say Hull are going to get over 30 points after that red card. On-field decision. Look at stand in front of the camera like that. If you've only just joined, welcome to the stream, guys. Please do hit that like button down below. What a game. What a game it's been. The fact that we got, guys, come on, we've got 80 odd people in here and only 14 likes. Hit the like button down below. Come on, you can do it. It'll only take you a second. Subscribe as well if you haven't already. He's on his own, look there, trying to make the mark himself.
One of the very, very best we've seen in the modern game. Jared Warrior-Hargreaves over here on a one-year deal, as you said, announced his retirement. He's going to bring the curtain down on what has been a glittering club and international career. And he has...
We've weathered the storm. I say this, we have weathered the storm, which has been huge. You know, Hull put us under a lot of pressure. They really, really did. They put us under a lot of pressure, and we weathered it, and we've come through the other side. Really, really good. 14-28. It's got to be game over now with 11 and a half left. It's got to be game. Set match. He's less happy now, isn't he? You plonker. All your fault, potentially, anyway. Move.
well, look, you try telling Hull FC this game's over. David Litton there.
Oh, God. Weather is absolutely pissing it down.
They're not going to die wondering, are they?
Well, they generally have got nothing to lose now, have they? They need to come up with a miracle, and they've got about 11 minutes.
Miracles don't happen. No such thing as God.
Against St Helens, live from a sold-out Brick Community Stadium. And there's going to be some breaking news there once we get away from here, and it's going to be good news, I believe, for the Wigan Warriors fans. We'll hear more about that from...
Good news for the Wigan fans.
Here come Hull FC, looking to work.
They're not telling us yet. Why are they not telling us?
He's looking to offload. The Robins know he's a big threat as the wind whistles round the MKM here. Price floats it across field. Hardacre, ball dropped, went forward there. That's going to be another set here. In fact, it's going to be a penalty because Price was taken.
Penalty. Penalty. It's not done yet, is it? It's not done yet. Certainly going to be difficult still, but it is a penalty there for Hull.
There's maybe even an offside in here. Ball collected by a Robin in front of the attempted catcher.
Hit the line, hit the line. Discipline now, yeah.
It was knocked on, wasn't it?
Yeah, so it's Gildart who's knocked it on.
Hull have got to get something from this, don't they? If they want to stand any chance of staying in the game, they've got to get something from this. Even then, what, they need 2 tries, 3 conversions just to draw.
Martin slicing through. Fullback
Take him down, take him down.
by Morg, needed to make it as well. Hadley around the bootlaces. Hull knocking on the door here. Can they conjure up another bit of magic?
They've got to find some magic, and I hope they do not.
Turns and is wrestled to the ground. Hadley all over him. They're going to that left-hand side here. They've got bodies in motion. Miss out pass finds Martin, but it was too strong the pass. Had to wait for it. Just a fraction behind him. Not any room today. The young Hull FC flyer. Short pass, Essie.
No. Essie. Too good. He was named twice, but not good enough. Not good enough.
They're looking for Rapiner. Ball, think it's been knocked on. It's regathered.
It would have been a knock-on. Very, very good.
They lead by 14 points with just 8 minutes remaining. John Cartwright was hoping that his team could pull it off, but it looks like they're going to come up just short.
It was an important set of defence, wasn't it? And once again, athletes, competitors from both sides giving absolutely everything. That's been a wonderful derby. It's not been short of controversy, has it?
Oh man, they look really depressed. The Hull fans look so depressed now.
Well, it would have lit the paper again, wouldn't it? The blue touch paper. The noise has been incredible here.
Welcome to the stream if you've just joined, guys. We have got less than 8 minutes left on the clock. Hull, they're done, aren't they? They are done. Rovers, we weathered the storm. And pushed through.
Up towards halfway. You feel any more Robin's points would be harsh on Hull, but the reality is it's been 12 against 13.
That's the problem. Summed up, isn't it? It's been 12 against 13 for most of the game. That's a lot of work to have to do. Oh, he just got blocked off, surely. Blocked off. I don't think he did get blocked off. He couldn't get out of the way, but... Oh, there we go. Handbags. Handbags.
Hadley taken exception to something. I think he maybe felt like he was taken out off the ball.
I don't think he was taken out off the ball. Oh, he's got a ripped shirt. He needs a new shirt. I don't think he was. That's the thing. I don't think he was. He wasn't obstructed. He couldn't get out of the way, could he?
It'd be interesting to see what happens here, because Dean Hadley's not the type of person to react like that. You know, he's as tough as they come, but he's as honest as they come. So, Davy Layton, I'm not sure about the kick. Yeah, just an escort off the ball. It's an escort off the ball from Briscoe. Yeah, and Dean Hadley's not happy about that.
The old camera lady's there, quick to get some photos, though. How much was he just ushered off?
It's clear change in direction, isn't it?
It was, but not enough to... I think it's partly there, the momentum of the actual running. I can see why he's a little bit annoyed, because he clearly has gone, drifted right to kind of prevent him slightly, hasn't he? But I've seen worse. I've seen worse in football, for Christ's sake. That tattoo is ugly.
Listen, I get it. I appreciate it's an old derby, okay? What we've got here, the ball's gone dead anyway, so it is a goal line dropout. What we don't need is players from both teams. Mikey Lewis is your problem, okay? And we've got players from you as well running in. So let me speak, Ed. Now,
Look at the respect. I love it. Mostly, anyway.
Okay? Go and speak to them. I appreciate that. You go and speak to them, okay?
Go speak to them, says the referee, Liam Moore.
It was Briscoe's fault, technically, but it was minor. Come on. They're meant, you know, they've certainly dealt with worse things. That was still minor. And clearly he is frustrated by what he's just done. But...
It's derby day. Things happen. Like I said, Dean Hadley not normally involved in that kind of
See, the thing is then, what you need to then say is, well, look at the score. Just look at the score line. Rather than getting old fisticuffs, just look at the score. Even the line judges is laughing.
Well, it has to be an attempted short dropout here. An attempt to regain possession for Hull FC.
They do go short. It's a good goal line dropout as well, and it's regathered, and it's Litton who comes up with it.
Nah, he's not keeping that. He's not keeping it.
Great restart.
He's a tall fella. Saw him walking down the tunnel before the game earlier today. The guy must be 6'3", arms outstretched, be 8 foot tall. A real asset for them.
Coming up, 6 minutes left of the game. It's been a very, very good game, and actually it could have gone either way. But that one-man advantage is really shown in this second half, especially in this kind of in the last 10-15 minutes of the game that we've had. And that was what was sort of predicted. That can FC really, can they really go for the full game with one less player? They've kind of spent themselves already trying to get back into the game. They've got too much to do in less than 6 minutes, I think. Miracles don't exist, okay? See, he was just as much blocked off. The funny thing, he was just as much blocked off as the other guy.
Yeah, it was right option, wrong execution. He claimed he was taken out of the ball. Referee having none of it. Yeah, with 5 minutes left, I think, you know, we know where the spoils are going to land now. But this is, I think it's been a solid enough display from the Robins. Clearly, plenty to work on.
Plenty to work on. As the commentator's saying, there is definitely plenty to work on. Yeah, a lot to work on there, because with a man up, and they almost let it slip, didn't they? Almost let it slip.
At the start of the year, we'll come back to that in a moment. Tanganora almost breaks through, wants a quick play of the ball. Litton's on his bike again. Litton's got defenders retreating, can't quite break through. Inside the 10 he goes. The whole Kingston Rovers about to put the icing on the cake here.
2 tackles remaining. No, it's gone behind him. Nope. Not essential now. Not essential now. Almost didn't know what to do with the ball. Oh, guys, get off each other, you idiots. He's got a ripped shirt now. This just shows that rugby shirts are not as tough as they used to be. That's 2. We can see you sneaking out. We can see you sneaking out.
Still been a positive start to what many expected from the black and whites.
Yeah, of course. Look, and when cooler heads prevail,
I tell you what, I think Hull would actually be happy where they are at the moment in the league. They are certainly doing better than they have done in the last few years, so they'll be happy with the progress they've made. And Robins will be happy that they've got the job done. Could have been different if Hull didn't do stupid things and get players sent off, but Robins have done enough. Just coming up, just over 3 minutes remaining. This game has flown by as well. It's absolutely flown by.
They're going short here, trying to power their way to the line.
Bro, yeah, critical. That's so true. Maybe the shirts are weaker on purpose.
I think Hiku thought it was going to be intercepted. He went there with Briscoe. He'll take the tackle. 15 out. Well, the pass was on, but they didn't quite execute it.
Mate, Gareth, it's the sort of thing we wore in secondary school, PE at secondary school, which they've changed now completely. They used to be horrible, though. Really horrible, but now they're the kind of the polyester type material. Last tackle. Last tackle going wide. I don't think he's going to... No. Yeah. Never mind. Everyone's getting a little bit tense now, aren't they? I don't know why they're getting tense. The game's done. The game is done. It's so funny. Look at the line umpire. Look at the line judge. I would say the bold one, but neither of them have much hair. But the one on the far side, he's having a little laugh himself.
So it was a tackle in the touch.
And the time is still going with less than a minute and a half left. While they're all squabbling. They have a lot of high hands, don't they? They're not afraid to stick their hands in someone's throat and face, are they? I think he just needs to tell him, get on with it. The game's almost done. Just get on with it. Time's finally stopped with 1 minute and 15 left. Before the siren goes.
Pushing and shoving. We'll have a handover, says Liam Moore. Who gave the red card earlier on.
I have mostly enjoyed his refereeing. I think he's done a really, really good job. Done a really good job.
But it's going to be the red and white half of the city that will be the happier on Good Friday.
1 minute left of the first game of the Easter break. Easter weekend.
As SASA carries forward. Hull were brave. They got back within
45 seconds. I was wrong. We haven't managed to get over the 30, but it was close enough. I'll take it.
Wrap up the win and mean that the Robins, after 8 rounds of the Super League, will be top.
Oh, it went behind. 30 seconds.
John Cartwright will have been proud of his players today, but the wait for a home win goes on for him.
Why would he be proud? Why would he be proud? He should be disappointed the fact that the bloody idiot got himself sent off and cost his team the game. And that's potentially what the difference was here. I really do think, actually, performance-wise, both teams have had really, really good moments, but being one man down for so long has absolutely killed it, hasn't it? He's just going for the sprint. I don't think he's going to make it. He's going to... Well, there you go. The first game of Good Friday, the Easter weekend. Robins get the win. Very much helped by that red card early on, and it was a straightforward red card in my opinion anyway. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of the games today. They're some crackers. That Wigan Saints, the next game, sellout. That should be a fantastic game to watch. I am going to be going to watch first half and then I'm off out. Thank you so much for watching. Awesome to have you guys here. If you haven't already, please do hit that like button and subscribe, the basic things. To support the channel, you can either become a channel member, do a super chat for me. You can go to asweare.space to check out merchandise, all the usual things. If you want to check out our grand final expedition last 2 years, go to Charlie and Rob on YouTube. And as always, I'm done. Wigan, who are we going for? Wigan or Saints? I'm going for a Wigan win. Yeah, I think Wigan are going to win it. The way they played last week against Robins, disappointingly, I think it's going to be a win for Wigan. But yeah, guys, thank you so much. I'm done. Stick a fork in me. We've been on the stream for 2 hours and 20, so I am done. Guys, have a lovely rest of your Easter weekend. We may have some more games on through the weekend, but thank you so much.